Hello, I'm Peter Towers for ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to Accountants Minute. That's a great opportunity for accountants. They were the words that a experienced accounting principal said to me last week when we discussed crowdsourced funding. That's a great opportunity for accountants. He repeated it a couple of times. He was excited. I hope you are too, because there are tremendous opportunities. He then went on to say this means that virtually any type of business, not just someone that's developed new technologies or new processes, but any type of business, from virtually a corner store upwards, could produce a document and go to the market, which is aptly known as the crowd under this legislation, to raise capital to expand their businesses. But to do this, businesses are going to need an accountant performing the role as the trusted advisor to help the company to get all of the documentation necessary that forms part of the crowdsourced funding offer document. This is a de facto prospectus, so it needs to be prepared properly. Our suggestion is that in the first instance you start some marketing activities to communicate with your clients and prospects that you are interested in crowdsourced funding, that you are interested in supporting your clients. Because after all, the small business community has been arguing for this type of legislation for many years. New Zealand's had crowdsourced funding for over 6 years, and we're just getting around to it now. So your clients need to realise that they are going on a journey. The first part of the journey is going to require other consultants to look at their market, understanding who the customers are, who are the competitors, what are the entry restrictions, if any, into this market. And from that needs to be developed a marketing plan. What's it going to cost to promote this company to the marketplace so that the sales that the directors believe they can achieve will be obtained? Part of this will be, what is the vision for the CEO? What's the business done in the past? How's it going to achieve what the CEO hopes the business will be able to achieve? And a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats analysis, a SWOT analysis, will need to be undertaken on the company and also on its directors and management team. And at that stage, you're then ready to prepare the corporate chart. Who are the directors? Who's the management team? And who are the team members? And where's the business going to operate from? Where are its branches? Where are its production plants? And from that, the business plan can be prepared. And this is the vision for the next 3 years at least. What's this company going to do? Why will investors be encouraged to contribute their hard-earned earnings into this business? Then the budget needs to be prepared that articulates in a financial sense what the business plan is saying, and then all that information is then captured into the cash flow forecast, looking at the next 3 years. And part of the cash flow forecast is obviously going to identify the amount of capital that this company needs to obtain so that it can pay its way, have adequate working capital, and have a little bit in reserve. And to do all this, there's going to need to be a company valuation. What's the company worth as a business? Because that's going to have a significant bearing on the calculation of the share price that the investors are going to be asked to pay. And then there's the information memorandum, which is required under the Corporations Act, which will identify the amount of capital to be raised, what it's going to be spent on, what the volume of shares to be issued are going to be, and what the costs of the share issue are. And at that stage, your client is able, with your assistance, to finalise the crowdsourced funding offer document, which is the de facto prospectus, which then has to be submitted to a crowdsourced funding intermediary, which is a business with an Australian financial services licence, which have been accredited to work in the crowdsourced funding area by ASIC. And once the intermediary is happy with the documentation, the intermediary will then place your client's CSF offer document onto their website, and it can sit there for a maximum of 3 months, and the public can then go onto that site, view the documents, and hopefully will make a decision to invest in the company. And the investors can invest up to $10,000 in a 12-month period per company if they are retail investors. And incidentally, this is a great opportunity for retail investors, because traditionally they've been cut out of this type of market in Australia. Yet this legislation is now encouraging them to invest in younger companies, or companies that have not previously been able to raise capital. So I think my colleague was right. This is a great opportunity for accountants, because it will be a very rare company that is able to go through that journey without significant input from an experienced accountant. There's a significant amount of work to be undertaken, as I hope you will now agree. And on a fee basis, I think it would cost somewhere between $20,000 and $40,000 to undertake that journey. Is your firm interested in undertaking this sort of work? This is real business advisory services work. Work that will satisfy your client requirements and also will make your team members happy, because they will be performing real accountants' work. Crowdsourced funding therefore joins early stage innovation companies and the Section 708 capital raisings as the opportunities that are now available for smaller businesses to be able to raise capital in Australia. ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS BASIP have developed the crowdsourced funding equity raising package, which you can subscribe to for only $399 for 12 months, including GST, for 24/7 access per office. This is a great opportunity for you to get in at the very beginning in crowdsourced funding. And remember, the first listings on a CSF intermediary's website can be placed from the 29th of September. And it's not that far away when you consider the amount of work that has to be done to get a company ready for that very important listing on the intermediary's website. We're presenting a special webinar on Tuesday the 30th of May at 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Opportunities for accountants to assist companies to raise capital under crowdsourced funding, or early stage innovation company, or Section 708 type raising, or the offer information statement, which enables a company to raise up to $10 million. So please go to our website, www.essbiztools.com.au, to register for that webinar, so that you get a detailed input to the opportunities that your clients have, but so do you. This is a great opportunity for accountants. If you would like to view any of our previous webinars on crowdsourced funding, and there's 4 of them, please go to our website to log on to them. Or if you would like to access previous articles on crowdsourced funding, please go to our website, www.essbiztools.com.au. If you're interested in registering now for the crowdsourced funding offer document product, please go to www.essbasip.com.au. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Goodbye.